Let's see.
And there it was, just lying there. The greatest treasure I ever found.
Look at this.
From inside the coffer, from the distant past of the Nebula's once great empire.
Incredible.
It was a crown.
It was the crown with the purple jewel. Should I put it on? The eagle and sun motif. Just like Shiniki's brooch. A mark of the empire. Could it be the crown of Iox itself? What is the crown doing out here? Was this a seat of power in the empire? This place, it doesn't seem possible. Some writing along the rim. I've not encountered any of these words anywhere else, but I can still make some of them out. Okay. So we have potentially treasures. Nebulas. Noblesses. Maybe the nebula is a great place. Nebulas. The rivers. This looks like the water symbol. The rivers. Nebula's rivers of maybe light or star of light. We buried at the very end. Maybe we fade. Forever? No, that sounds a little too dire and dark. How about toward rivers of light we sail home? I think that sounds better. Maybe they are trying to find home. Toward rivers of light we sail home. That will do for now. Is this crown what Miari wanted us to find? This is why she sent us out here looking. Renba too, perhaps. Mistress. I will have to tell her, mistress. Her motives hardly matter. Anything in here? Ooh. A workbench. Whoever lived here would have needed to be self-sufficient. Then they would have water, mistress. The building won't actually cave in on us, will it? I cannot guarantee that, mistress. It was made by farmers. Nothing there.
After the dead air of the house, it was good to see the sky again.
You have collected one ancient artifact here, the crown. I'm sure Huang will want to catalog it for you. I suggest we take the crown to Professor Miari directly. We must also inform her of our theories about Renba. May I activate the hopper now, mistress? Don't hassle me. There must be more to this place. I want to know who lived here, who died here, and what happened to Renba. So a hopper is a teleporter. A short distance teleporter, mistress. But what is a hopper? I mean, what's inside it? An interconnected mesh of quantium. The quantium creates some kind of field which the subject is passed through and dissected via... Mistress, does it matter? You're happy enough to fire off the hopper. Even if you don't know how it works. Don't you care what it does? It appears to work, mistress. An inscription on the rock. There's something carved into the rock here. Is that a single word? Most likely not. Ancient scribes didn't always trouble to put in their spaces. I don't think they expected their writing to be found. Wait, what? So, that looks like water. Light robot? Wait, what? Water? That's the word for water. Short and simple. I'm feeling confident about my translation of us. That leaves one word to guess. Ooh. I'm guessing it either separates or joins. Because heals, eh. I mean, there's fear. Harvest. Goddess. I think it separates. But... but that's the harvest. I don't know. It seems like a divider. What separates us? Do you think Janiki found the Crown Six? I do not think that coffer has been opened in at least the last 500 years, mistress. But he must have known. Oh, wait, someone else? What? It goes too fast. I tried to find a way to make the script shorter. Oh, okay. Whatever happened to him happened, so we should endeavor to find him if we can. The reason why I said separate is because currently the water is preventing us from getting to that structure. But what is this place? Too small for a barracks. A watch post? That's the shrine. Assuming it's not an outhouse. The shrine was built here. Is the stone inside it from Mercy? No, mistress. I do not know where it is from, but Mercy does not have stone like that. There's another inscription. How can she see it from here? Okay, so we have... Interesting. Home. Emperor... Huh. I'm certain my translation for emperor is correct. But my home? Oh, home doesn't feel right. Hopefully I can make some better guesses for the rest of this. So what does it say? Emperor... Maybe it's sleep. Forever? Maybe this is... The Emperor's sleep forever makes sense. Emperor's here? Maybe. What was Emperor's doing out here? According to the legend, the last Emperor disappeared after Iox fell. He didn't die there with everywhere else. Are you suggesting he came here? Why not? To explain a few things. Not least that crown. So I'm gonna change the one inscription. Inscriptions. Because I want to find the one with home in it, because home isn't that. It should be forever. The base of the Mercy Goddess, Cyclone. Found etched into the dry channel. There. Let's look at this one. Is this it? Yeah, toward rivers of light. We sail forever. Oh, it already corrected it. That's good. So it did correct it for me. That's good. Can your tracks handle this kind of terrain, Six? Excellently. Whoever designed my tracks appear to have this kind of ground in mind. If I get tired of walking, maybe you can carry me. If you get tired, I will hopper you back to the ship. Is this channel natural? I don't think it is. Dug out. There must be a wellspring here. A feeble one. One that requires every drop to be used. Water would have run down the channel, right past the house. Imagine having a stream of your own. Not a bad way to live. If you can withstand the soul-crushing loneliness. Someone lived out here. They irrigated the land. They prayed here. In the eye of the cyclones. Some kind of hermit. But it was a hermit with a crown. Clearly they were the deposed emperor that fled to these secreted areas and... Oh. And then they died here alone. I've never known a sky so empty. I've never been this far away from the rivers before. No one has. Or almost no one. There's no sign of Renba anywhere, Six. We're not going to find him just hiding behind a rock. Perhaps we've not explored everywhere yet, Mistress. If he was, we'd have met him. Oh, a cutting in the rock. Well, can we go to the other side of the river? Yes, we can go to the other side of the river. I want to see what's at the shrine. Mistress, are you saying you wish to leave this place? No. But if we don't find something soon, I'm going back to Iox and making something up. Stone pedestal. A stone pedestal with someone in it. She seems familiar. Looks like the water goddess to me. The same as the statue of Mercy. Indeed, Mistress. Mistress, you can recognize her by her hat. Simply fashioned. Not a treasure, a functional ion. Wait, it belongs on Iox? Why? And here's a written message on it. I can barely make out the letters, so they're so tiny. It's one of several words. The goddess of can now add my translation of goddess to the dictionary now. And that little tick mark is definitely of. Now let's take a stab at the new word. Well, we know about water, but she's inside an iron statue. Water. It has to be another element. So air or iron. I mean, death and separates. Maybe iron. It seems to be in a metal statue. Let's do this. Goddess of Iron. The shrine itself is made of stone. But it's not the same stone as the moon itself. It's as old as the building. The outer structure is certainly, but the stone pillar, no. The buildings are significantly older than the pillar. How old did you say the pillar is? Mid to late Empire period, mistress. Moving it to this moon must have been difficult. An important ritual object? Evidently, it is significantly more valuable than the goddess we found within. Maybe air instead. Obviously, the building is at least 700 years old. How did you work that out? I have been observing the rate of weathering on the stones, mistress, extrapolating this building is older than the founding of the Holy Empire on Iox. You know, Six, back on Iox, they say nothing is older than the Empire. That the Empire and the Fall are all that has ever been. If Iox does not believe in history, what is it they think you do? Oh, they call it drivel, that's what. Iox believes in the loop. They believe what has happened will happen again. They think I'm out discovering the future. Cutting in the rock. What's that smell? By all the moons and waters. It's a crashed ship. It's a ship. I mean, it was a ship. Blackened. Presumably, the ship was still burning as it fell. Can we be sure this was Janiki's ship? No, mistress, but the circumstantial evidence is very strong. Did someone blast it from the sky? Really, mistress, that seems speculative to say the least. What could that do? Eagles are supposed to breathe fire, aren't they? There are no eagles, mistress, as you well know. It seems quite apparent that it exploded in attempting to rise from the surface, mistress. The mangled pieces rained down at high velocity, ricocheted, and buried themselves in the dust. In short, I'm surprised there is anything left. Janiki? Most likely not. Renba didn't hop it down. He landed his boat. Tried to. Or else he wasn't able to return. There are traces of explosive propellant, mistress. I suspect Master Renba attempted to detonate himself off the surface of the moon. I wonder why Renba didn't use a hopper to get down here. Landing his ship must have been almost impossible. Was he a devout believer in the Great Loop, perhaps? Lupists believe that hopping is like throwing oneself into the river. It is intended for the dead. It removes part of the soul. Renba lost more than part of his soul down here. Indeed, mistress. this was the hull. It must have been an explosion, mistress. But how did this happen? Janiki must have used an inadvisable propellant to travel. So what do we do now? Return to Iox and inform Professor Miyari, mistress. Is there a way down? There might be more clues down there. I do not believe it would be wise, mistress. Indeed, I believe it would be quite the opposite. It must have burned for days. Light ships don't usually explode. And he's going on with the inadvisable propellant. The fire here must have burnt up a lot of air. The remaining atmosphere is thin, mistress. Still, I believe the fire was extinguished before consuming the whole ship. What's over here? Won't quite let me get to it. This channel comes up from the rock. The wellspring must be down there somewhere. The spring is dead now, mistress. And you are breathing the last air this moon has to offer. Janiki is not here, mistress. Neither is anyone else. Are you ready to go now, mistress? Not just yet. There really is no way down? Is that a box on the ground? No. I suppose... I always assumed we would find Renba. I assumed... I don't know. But he was expecting us somewhere. Perhaps you can take the matter up with Renba in his next life, mistress. Poor Miyari. She's going to be heartbroken. There's nothing we can do here, Six. Nothing at all. What I can't figure out is this. What was Renba doing finding ancient sites? He must have been following some kind of trail, mistress, but now the trail began and where it led him most unclear. What were you hiding, Renba? Good question, mistress. But he cannot hear you. There's something carved above this door. Oh. There's a few new words in this one. Rest. Nah, that isn't a good word for rest. Hopefully I can make some better guesses this time. Let's try for something. Okay. How about all? Because forever had a circle. All live? Because that's like, death had live in it. All live. Is that again? Or all live here? A Lupa believer carved that. They believe that everything that dies returns to the rivers to be reborn. So how did that change the translation for some of the older inscriptions? Small clay figurine. Found carved into the shrine. Found the ancient crown etched into the coffer lid. Carved above the hearth. Scratched on the wall. I thought that was good. Where was the rest one though? I thought rest may have been, oh, which one? Still seems fine. Etched into the coffer lid, ancient crown. What was that one? I thought that sounded fine. We know that's not sleep. I thought live may have been like that. I don't know. I might do air for that one. Or the harvest. We'll have to see. I don't know. I thought that there was another one that had that. But it is referring to the loop. Once a soul returns to the river's mistress, what do they do then? Do they sail? Why are you asking me? I've been above the river, among the rivers. There are no dead people there. I wonder if there's any more inscriptions. Oh, there is an inscription there. Suppose I better peek around. This is the end of a line of text. Well, of goes there. I believe you can be, oh yeah, confident in the translation of light. Light of, I mean, day would make sense. Forever. Day? That'd be on a window. There can't have ever been much light here. Not with all this fog. I can barely see the rivers above, and yet there's something here. Which makes me wonder, what else is out here waiting to be found? Mistress, please, we should not linger. If anything were to go wrong out here, we would never be found. There's a big tree there. Is there anything on the tree? Someone would come looking for us. We're out looking for Janiki, aren't we? Janiki's Miari's friend, are you? Oh, that's not what he's saying. Honestly, I have no idea. Oh, so that's in reference to her. Ah. I wish there was more to look at, but... You just fell off that? You just fell off that. It is not so far, mistress. Renba must have really wanted to hide what was in that box of his. I wonder why. Let's take another look inside. Oh, is there something on that door too? Something up here. A blade. A dagger. A little corroded, but beautifully crafted. And with an eagle and sun on the hilt. It looks like it's decorated with tiny glyphs, though impossibly small. Let me think. Loyal. I've not seen anything even close to the second word. Maybe is. Something small. Loyalty is all. That would be something you could see on a dagger. Does loyalty is all work? Maybe it doesn't. Maybe all isn't the right word then. For that one. I will wait for you down here, mistress. I cannot climb stairs. I build something as big as this out here. What was it for? Locked. Or blocked. Or both. Oh, there is a roof. Let's see what's up here. Ruin and rubble. A glint among the stones. There's something wedged here. A cracked copper jug, decorated with loop motif dating from the Holy Empire. The inside is heavily stained. I must have belonged to a heavy drinker. And there's something in here too. Okay, that's something new. This is one evidence of a broken fragment. Wait. B? Always be something? I can add always to my dictionary now. And B must be correct too. Always be probably full. Because this means all, right? I could still change my mind, but always be full? This comes from the same place as the dagger, I think. I would think that that would be something that a drunkard would have on hand. What's this? It's quite different than the rest of the building. Some kind of telescope, but the position and the bearings are fixed. The material on this is totally wrong. Is it metal? Rubber? Looks like something a Roy might have built. I must remember to ask her about it. And there are scratches on the top here. Something fitted inside the frame, and it was removed by force. Did you take something, Janiki? But if so, what was the stand meant to hold? Is that smoke? That is definitely smoke. Oh, Renba. That's your ship, isn't it? So, maybe we need to find a telescope at the ship? Just don't look down, Aliya. Maybe I should check the ship one more time. Unless that was just so that you would look at the ship. Oh, no, I didn't want to climb upstairs again. Back down. People are asking about what was from the chest. No, that was a crown. The crown was in the chest. Oh, have I been in here before? No. Interesting. I wonder if this door is jammed. Or if it might... open! I'm still finding things in here. Oh, a painting. Look at this. Swirls and flows. These are rivers. The detail. It's beautiful. These look like the rivers the ghosts wake. This is where the shrine outside comes from. But no one goes to Ghosts Wake. Is there an inscription? It seems so. This one is a phrase. Run on together. Me. I believe you are correct with me, mistress. Let's see now. Take me home? That's what I was thinking. Or is it follow me home? Because to live... Take me home. Pilgrims. They're traveling. Yeah, I think that's what this is. Take me home. That will do for now. Is this where whoever lived here came from? I thought this place was built by people from Mercy. No one comes from Ghost's Wake. Is that a lizard on the wall? It is, but it's not moving. I could slip through there. Are you always this adventurous, mistress? I am finding it quite exhausting. I'll be right back.